Many of you watching this right now are probably stuck in your trading journey or even life in general. If this sounds familiar to you, I need you to carry on watching this video as I am going to cover how I personally reset my trading brain, more importantly why and how often I have to do this. Let's address the first concern. Everyone says they don't have enough time. We all have the same 24 hours in the day. If this sounds like you clearly lack focus. No matter if you're juggling a job and trying to trade, or whether you simply have family commitments, your goal and your energy should be put on completing one task at a time and sharing that energy equally to then make time throughout the day. The biggest misconception is that you have to have hours and hours on end, and most people want to quit their jobs to go full time to have this extra time. And once they have it, they don't know what to do with themselves. Now the question is how to channel your focus. Now this is simply a construct of resetting your trading brain, what I like to call a hard reset of the norm that we go by. Step one, you're trying way too hard. Everyone has that picture in their mind that they need 10 monitors or they need to be subscribed to 100 different information sources, little to behold. They're trading multiple strategies on multiple accounts only to lose it all. Even SBF was an example of this.
Send it all over there to buy out some of those Bitcoins.
If what you've done till now hasn't worked, you have to change. Going down the same rabbit hole every single time, thinking that this time is different, is not speeding up the process at all. Just like trading, you need to know when to cut your losses short and when to let your winners run, and simply running down the same rabbit hole of making the same mistakes over and over again without changing anything is not getting you anywhere. Step two, get off social media. You're being too distracted by someone that's been in the game 10 years longer than you, living the life that you want, driving the cars that you want to drive, and it is simply distracting you. So stop scrolling and start working in your own vision. And if that sounds like you have to take action now. That could be in the form of a simple dopamine detox. Now I'm sure you've watched videos online or on YouTube similar to this one, simply telling you to get off your phone, get off the distractions, focus on yourself, and you still haven't done anything. If you don't take action now, 6 months from now, you're going to be in the exact same place, scrolling through social media, more than likely coming across this video again, wishing you had taken action sooner. From when shooting this video, I too have 7 days till I start trading again in 2023. And that is going to be a part of my trading brain reset. Step 3 to the trading brain reset is having that mental break, having that meditation time, just you with yourself. It's really all that you need. Over the next 7 days, I'll be meditating for 7 minutes every single day as a construct of discipline, repeating the same task at the same time every single morning. This is simply for mental clarity. Within those 7 minutes, your focus should be on you and you alone, to remove the expectations, to remove the doubt, to remove the uncertainty that you're clouded by simply through scrolling on social media, putting that pressure on yourself on where you could have been had you done this, had you done that. Simply having those words in your vocabulary is not helping you at all. In business, in trading, in entrepreneurship, you're your best asset. You wouldn't be where you are if it wasn't for you, and you're not going to be where you want to be if it's not for the actions and the work you put in to yourself right now. The word reset itself insinuates a quick, hard reversal, a restart, and that's exactly what it is. This for me is something I have to do the minute I feel my discipline is starting to slip. Trading in itself is such a mental game that regardless of what charts you look at, regardless of whether you trade fundamentals or not, if you do not have your discipline on par, you are going to slip, you are going to lose. And I highly recommend the very minute you feel your discipline is starting to slip, have that reset. take that break, carry on watching this video, write these steps down, and have that reset when you need it. I've seen way too many traders over the years get into trading for time freedom. However, they find themselves spending hours and hours behind the charts, behind the computers, trapped again. What was the purpose of getting into trading then? Being stuck behind the screen affects your discipline, it affects your focus, you're not as mentally sharp as you should be. On your iPhone, there are app limits, timers that you can restrict yourself after certain amounts of time. Use it to your advantage. There is no need to be sitting there on your phone staring at MetaTrader, staring at your dealing station, staring at TradingView. It is not doing anything for your discipline or your focus. Easiest and most effective way that I personally have helped or fixed my discipline is by removing the options to change my decisions. Once you're in a position, you're in. Once you've placed your stops, they're placed. They cannot be changed. This will help your discipline overall in the long game. A single trade, whether it's a winner or a loser, does not define you as a good trader. This is simply a construct of how focused you were at the time and how disciplined you were before, during, and after that position. When doing this reset, all you're doing is eliminating all expectations possible and focusing on your true craft. Focusing on what you have to do to be more focused, to be more disciplined, and to be more consistent. Consistency requires discipline and focus. If you can't get those two things under wrap, it doesn't matter what strategy you have. It doesn't matter how much or how long you stare at the screen or how much work you put in. If you don't have those two things in check, you're not going to be consistent. This is not going to work for you. In 6 months from now, you're going to be in the exact same position as you are right now. Step 5 to my trading brain reset is doing one thing every day that costs little to no money at all. Be that going for a coffee at your local spot or even just taking a walk through nature to clear your mind and literally ground yourself. The purpose of this is to start feeling fulfilled again in things that don't require money. This simply removes the expectations from you to constantly be winning in a trade, to constantly have a trade on. If you remove that expectation, you have less pressure. You can actually trade how you're supposed to trade. By doing this, you're simply removing the amount of stimulation that your brain needs to be fulfilled. As a trader, you constantly think that you need a certain materialistic item to be fulfilled. You need that car, you need that holiday, you need that item that puts pressure on you to constantly be in positions, to constantly over leverage, to constantly change positions that you're in, because you constantly have that image in your head of that end goal and not of how disciplined and focused you should be along the process. By simply following these steps, you are going to find yourself more focused. You are going to find yourself more disciplined on what matters to you. More importantly, what you have to do every single day consistently to get to where you want to be and to get to what you're actually chasing. And you got to constantly remind yourself that you're doing this for you. You got to lock in for you. You can't pour from an empty cup. Once you find yourself in a sense of flow, there is literally nothing expected from you except being focused and disciplined when needed. You'll then realize there are no mental barriers. There are no comparisons of who you are and who someone else is. Comparison is the killer of all joy. Those are my few steps that I personally do when trading, and if I catch myself slipping on my discipline, trading in itself is such a mentally draining industry. You have to take care of yourself. If you catch yourself slipping, come back to this video, watch these steps, do what you have to do. And if this has helped you, please share this video